Okay, hi, it's Toby from Heavyweight MMA today with Josh the Kamikaze Kuhne, man. I'm wearing my supporter shirt and everything, man. Ready to go. How are you?
Good, man. I'm good, thank you. I appreciate the support, bro.
Man, you've just gone back to Queensland after a stint down in Wollongong, down in Windang. Is that correct?
That's correct, man. Yep.
So tell me about it, man. Like, are we looking to see a rebirth of the Kamikaze, man? It seems that way to me. You've come off the last fight, which obviously didn't go your way. You've taken some time to think. From your posts, you seem to have dropped other factors in your life that might take it away from MMA, and now you're doing something new, right?
Yeah, man. That's it, man. Like after my last fight, I was just knew that I was lacking experience and a few other little things, man. Like I got into this sport, pretty abruptly and really went guns blazing. So, that fight was great for me because it taught me so many things about myself and what I needed to do to improve, to come back and, really take over at those top levels, man. So I've gone away, I've put that work in, I've dedicated my time, I've dedicated my money, I've dedicated my energy, pretty much my life for the last 6 months, to get to this point and to come back. And now I want to show people what I've been working on, what I've done, the improvements that I've made.
So, man, speaking on that, how was it working down at Freestyle MMA? Like, tell us about how it works down at that gym.
Oh man, it's amazing, right? So you got Joe Lopez, the head trainer there. He's an old school coach, man, and that's what I really resonate with, like having those old school coaches, keeping you in line, someone to keep you accountable, no bullshit. They tell you what's wrong, they tell you what's right. They know when to have a joke, they know when to be serious. So having just a set guidance, I guess, a sense, and someone sort of helping me, to guide me through this process was good. Obviously having Alex there, he's just a wealth of knowledge. You might ask him one little question and he'll give you a 20-minute seminar on it. Like he's just so friggin' good in that aspect. And then having so many other top tier featherweights and lightweights around my weight to train with, having those bodies makes all the difference, man. Like knowing that I'm going to rock up and get at least four good featherweights going to rock up on the same day for every session, then I can train consistently and never miss a day.
That's awesome, man. So will we be looking at a more refined sort of version of yourself, man? I know your name is the Kamikaze. You've got that sort of berserker style, man. You've been going in there and flogging everyone super fast through your amateurs and your pro. It was only when you ran up against Dimps that you kind of had an issue. It didn't work like the other game plans. Are we going to see a more refined sort of version of you now?
Look, you're still going to see the Kamikaze. You're still going to see me be as violent as I can be. You're still going to see what I have. That's true to my nature. That's true to who I am. But what you are going to see is a professional in there, not just a street fighter. Like everyone, wants to see me and go and put out those gory, bloodbath, crazy fights. And I'm willing to do that. I'm all about that life. I just want to enter that arena with a professional mindset and go in there and treat it like as such, The Kamikaze, that's always going to be there, I'm always going to have that trigger to pull. But, there needs to be a level of professionalism when you get up to these upper levels and to compete at this level. So, yeah, you'll see a refined version of what I already am.
Awesome, man. And also on that note, man, you're obviously predominantly a stand-up fighter in your last few fights, or maybe you just haven't really had time to, spend that much time on the ground or, a little bit with Dimps. Is that something that you're pushing as well, just to become like fully rounded and use all your skills?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Having, Alex and Joe there, they're at the forefront of being a well-rounded mixed martial artist, not just being a good striker. So, having all those other tricks and bits and bobs to fall back on or to implement into my game makes all the difference, man.
Awesome, man. Hey, so you're going to be you're going to be getting tested soon, man. Eternal MMA 72, Gold Coast second, fighting Abdulla Biayda. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yeah, that's the man. Tell us about this guy. He seems pretty dangerous from my perspective.
Yeah, man. Abdulla's good, right? I think his only professional loss is to Diego, who's fighting for the title. So that says a lot about his character. He's 5-1, I believe, as a pro. And he was the only one to say yes. Like Diego, Justin, they already had fights booked. Alavi, Dimps, they already had fights booked. So in terms of featherweights, We were getting names thrown around, but Abdul was the only one to say yes, man. So credit to him to jumping in there and doing what a lot of these Australian fighters aren't prepared to do, which is just jump in there, have a crack, and be tested against the best.
Yeah, man. Like, I look at him, he's such a rangy guy. I think he's got something like 10 to 11 centimetres on you height-wise. Funnily enough, his reach looks slightly shorter than yours. I don't know how that works from on paper anyway.
I don't think that'll be the case. Not with the legs anyway, not those big, tall legs.
Yeah, the legs for sure. Anyway, rangy guy, nice straight punches. Seems like a decent sort of stand-up fighter, man. He's got that vicious sort of style. Like, when he sees a bit of weakness, he goes for it. Nice long punches and that. Vicious ground and pound when he gets a chance, man. What do you see as his strengths, or what you have to be careful for?
Man, just like that. If he can utilize his range really well, he can make. He's made short work of a lot of people. Like most of his opponents. I think he's pretty dangerous. On the feet, like that's where I like to keep it on the feet as well. I like to see people trade it out. That's what the fans pay to see. So that's what I want to put in there too. But in terms of he's well rounded, man. Like he's had some ground and pound. He's had some good ground game now. He's gone and fixed a few holes since that Diego fight. Honestly, like wherever the fight goes, I'm sure he's going to give me a good test. But that's what I want, right? I want to be fighting people who are hard. I want to fight Australia's best at the moment because, when I move on to the UFC ranks, I want to make sure that I've, ticked every box and done as much as I can here on the local circuit to prepare me for those fights.
Yeah, man. Hey, watching him too, like I'd say there's a couple of things that you'll be looking for. I don't know if you can really talk on them, but for me, I see he's got like those long sort of rangy legs, a bit open for the calf kicks, Obviously, one of the keys will be a bit of the wrestling control, I would say, with a guy like that, wear him down a little bit. Obviously, he lost by submission to Diego, so that's a bit of a hole in his game. He's obviously a stand-up guy, so is that something you'll be looking to take advantage of?
Yeah, man, look. I've prepared myself for this fight to just be a well-rounded mixed martial artist and enter in there and just rely on my skills wherever it goes. If it's going to be in the striking department, we're going to get the job done there. If it ends up on the ground, I'm going to get the job done there. Like, I'm confident in my ability. I'm confident going into this fight. I feel like I'm going to be a big featherweight. I'm coming down from lightweight, which I was coming down from welterweight. So I'm going to be a big featherweight. I think I'm going to be a problem at this division, and this is just the start to show people where I'm at.
Sick, bro. So all going well, you get the win in December 2nd, bro. What's your idea about the coming year, man? Are you going to be training on the coast? Are you going to be training down in the Gong? You're going to be fighting 3 times in the year, or what's the idea?
Man, I'm at a point where I just want to be as active as possible. So straight after this fight, 2 weeks after this fight, I'm jumping straight back into camp. For February, so straight over Christmas. Keep me honest over the Christmas break, and I'll be preparing for February 11th, Eternal MMA in Perth. If the UFC call up for that card, I'll be on that too. Either way, I'm preparing myself for either a lightweight or a featherweight bout at that date.
Awesome, man. Yeah, there's a few people hoping to get on the UFC card over there. I hope you can do it, man.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
I hope so too, man. There's already a ton of Aussies on there, so I'm not sure what my chances are about just getting a straight up matchup. And I'm not upset either way. Like, when it comes is when it comes, and the world will unfold its cards however it's meant to be. But in terms of getting on there, maybe something, touch wood, something doesn't happen, but maybe someone can't make it to the dance and they need a lightweight or a featherweight last minute, I'll be ready.
Awesome, man. Okay, last thing, bro, just a little short prediction for your fight, Eternal MMA 72, Gold Coast on 2nd December. What are we going to see from Josh the Kamikaze Kuhne?
Vintage Kamikaze, round 1 KO. Coming in, brother.
Awesome. That's what we want to see, bro. We'll be tuning in. Best of luck, bro. Can't wait to see you back in action, man. And I'm sure there's a lot of us waiting. And good luck, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for always keeping on track with my journey and reaching out again. So I appreciate you heaps.
All right, man. Perfect. Thanks for your time, mate, bro. See ya.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Take it easy. Thanks for your time, mate, bro. I appreciate it. And
you're all good, bro.
Can't wait to see this card, bro. It's got a few good fights on there, eh?
Yeah, man. It's stacked. I can't wait either. I can't wait to get in there and be a part of it.
Hey, is Joe and that? Is who's going to be cornering you? Your old guys or Joe and that, or?
Yeah, so I'll have Joe in my corner. Brenton Mumford will be in my corner, and also Alex was meant to be in my corner, but I think now plans have changed. He can't actually make it to the fight.
Yeah.
But that's okay, man. Like I'm confident in Joe and Brenton being there anyway.
Sick. Awesome, bro. All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, cheers, bro. See ya.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.